Hello, we are not your mum. At the moment, there is a lot of talk on the internet and whatnot about refugees, asylum seekers, immigrants, etc., with a lot of people saying that the UK is full and shouldn't take any more in. And also, arguably, the whole immigration, fear of immigrants thing, or dislike of immigrants, had a big effect on the outcome of Brexit.
Before you can decide where you stand, you need to know what asylum seekers, refugees and immigrants actually are, because they are not all the same. Also, it's World Refugee Day on the 20th of June, so now is as good a time as any to talk about it and get some facts.
An asylum seeker is someone who has left their country of origin, their home, because it's dangerous for them to stay there, and they have arrived at another country and formally applied for asylum. And in this case, asylum means state protection. Basically, the government will let them stay and help them to stay. The seeker part just means that they are seeking asylum. It hasn't been okayed yet.
A refugee is someone who is fleeing persecution, war, or a natural disaster. Basically, if they didn't leave, their lives and the lives of their family would be in immediate danger. In the UK, a person is only a refugee once they have had their asylum granted.
That application.
Yeah, so once they've been an asylum seeker, if the government then go, yeah, you can stay, they are a refugee.
There are nearly 20 million refugees worldwide, and they are protected by international law, so it is actually illegal to send a refugee back to anywhere where they will face the same issues that they're running away from. However, if an asylum seeker does not have their application granted, then they are sent back.
The main thing to remember about asylum seekers and refugees is that they are running for their lives. They would not be here if they didn't have to be. Think about it. Would you rather stay at home with your friends and family, a culture that you know, a language that you know, laws that you know, and food you're familiar with?
Or would you choose to make the trip to a far-off country where lots of people don't trust you, even though they've never met you, where you don't understand the laws or the language and you don't know anyone? Do you think all those Syrian people risking their own lives and the lives of their children to make that extremely dangerous crossing on rickety boats would do it if they didn't have any other choice?
On that note, I feel a top 5 coming on. It's itchy in my hands. That's how it presents itself. I don't know. Stop talking. So, top 5 facts about asylum seekers.
Fact number 1, almost all asylum seekers are banned from working. They're not allowed. And many live on less than £5 per day.
Number 2, asylum seekers can't jump the queue for council houses or decide where they live. Mostly they're either homeless, in detention, or they live in houses or flats that no one else wants to live in.
Fact number 3, asylum seekers, whatever their age, young, adult, ancient, they get fewer benefits than a UK pensioner.
Number 4, the UK is home to less than 2% of the world's refugees.
And fact number 5, most people arrested in the UK for terrorism-related offences are British.
So moving on from asylum seekers and refugees and on to immigrants. Now, immigrants are people who have come from another country to, for example, the UK, to live and work. So, British people who go to live in Spain to retire, for example, are immigrants. Walk around any hospital and you will hear enough foreign accents from the doctors, nurses, support staff to realise that immigrants play a huge part in the NHS.
There are also plenty of immigrants teaching in our universities or doing important research in our laboratories or working in jobs like construction where there is a shortage of British people who have the skills to do the job. So if an immigrant does have the skills, then they're going to get the job.
Lots of immigrants also do the jobs that British people don't want to do, like factory working or cleaning or fruit picking. So the immigrants take our jobs thing might be better said as immigrants take jobs when they're more qualified than the British person for their job, or if no British person has applied for the job. Which is fair enough, really. If you're not going to apply for it, you can't really be cross if someone else is going to get it.
No, you cannot.
I mean, I didn't get Prime Minister, I'm really cross.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm not qualified. And I didn't ask.
Got to ask. Jeez.
I'm going to write a quick note to Theresa May now, actually, and just
Phoning up the government.
and just say, could I be Prime Minister? I think I'd do a damn fine job.
Yeah.
And they'll go, yeah, of course.
Yeah. An illegal immigrant is someone who lives and works in a country when they have no legal right to do so. Most illegal immigrants in the UK are those who have come over legally but then outstayed their welcome, as it were. So, for example, a student might come over here on a temporary student visa, then they'll get a full-time job, and even after their visa has expired, they'll just kind of quietly stay on. And by doing that, they have become an illegal immigrant.
So there you have it. In a nutshell, asylum seekers and refugees have fled their country because they fear for their lives. Immigrants have left their country because they want to set up home in the UK. Them's the differences.
Them's the differences. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. We hope this has clarified things in your mind. We'd be interested to know what you think. If you've just put in asylum seekers or immigrants in the search bar, just so you control people who've talked about it, then silly.
Yeah, and no thank you.
Yeah, so let us know what you think on this matter and if you have any experience of any of the issues we have covered. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
#danger.